All right, hello guys. I want to help you with course navigation for statistics. In our course, you'll have a getting started watching me first video just right above here. That's what you're watching now. The start here has my information, and it'll probably have about me as well. But the welcome just shows you the course name, section. I gotta update that. My email and phone number. The phone number is my office, but if you call it, it does ring my cell phone. I have an app, so if you need to get in contact with me, do that. If you send an email, please send your name and the course and the section that you're in, so it helps me identify who and what class you're in, so I can update grades as well, or find things like that easier as I'm teaching multiple sections. Also in the start here, you have your course syllabus. Okay, this is one of the most important documents that I'll refer you to. In the syllabus, it also has my course information, the textbook, and everything. Most importantly, is going to be the course calendar, trying to keep you on track as far as what to do on what day and when it's going to be due. You can see all of that information here. So syllabus is your pretty much ultimate guide. There may be some flexibility in the due dates, but you definitely want to follow these. So like in MyMathLab, sometimes I extend it a little bit, but this is going to be the date that you want to follow more than anything. If you have a little bit of flexibility, you can use it, but this is your ultimate guide. Okay, so use the syllabus, refer to it. It shows you all the assignments, all the tests, exams. This is your grade and weight percentage. And then it shows you how to get help and other things like so. So reference that to keep you on track. You're going to be spending most of your time in Pearson. Okay, that's where we're going to do all our homework and test. You also have toward the bottom, which I'm going to show you Pearson in a minute. You have your core assessment. This is 20%. Make sure you complete this. You're going to get your information for the core assessment here. You're going to submit it here. These are homework videos. These are videos I have personally recorded. I've worked every problem that you guys are going to see in the course, and you can watch these videos. I try to keep them relatively short. There's usually an overview, which I have it muted right now, but it takes you to YouTube. And then it tells you what you're doing. So this is Stat Chapter 1 Section 1, and this is just going over an overview of the textbook. If I skip, it'll go to the next section of videos, and this is going over problem Chapter 1 Section 1 Problem 1, and I'm explaining it and telling you how and why we got all of these answers. As you notice, this is like a 2-minute video, so I try to keep them short. You don't have to watch like a whole hour, 2-hour lecture. I just do each problem either 1 or 2 at a time, minute 23 seconds, so you can pretty much skip to whatever problem you need help with after you go through it if you need additional help. Sometimes if you watch these videos or open them up on YouTube, they are blurry. My camera records in HD, but it doesn't always go to the highest quality. Sometimes it might be like on a lower quality, so like that's hard to read for me. If you notice that the page looks blurry, I would just tell you to go to that gear for settings in YouTube, and then go to the highest available quality. Like if I go to 720, I think it clears up a little bit, but pick the highest quality that they have available if you notice that the video imaging looks blurry. Okay, so those are the videos. That's your notes and help and take notes. There's an online downloadable calculator for free if you have Windows. It doesn't work on Mac. You can get an online downloadable calculator on your phone. If you have an iPhone, it is Calculate 84. If you have an Android, Wabbit, like Rabbit with a W, EMU emulator. These are free. I have the Calculate 84 on my iPhone. I think I paid maybe about $10 or $15 for the full version to get rid of the ads and things like that, but it's much cheaper than buying a real one. I think it's still almost $200, 100 and something, especially if you're not going to use it a whole lot. Only have a few math courses. But this is a free version, and even the paid version is worth the investment, and it's on your phone. All right, let's navigate Pearson. So this is where you do your homework. You'll sign in, log in. You'll either have to buy a subscription, or if you're opted into Eagle Learning Essentials, it will be automatically included in your tuition and fees, and you don't have to pay anything. But once you log in, just thinking about it, you will go to assignments. I recommend you spend most of your time in assignments. Assignments has all your assignments here. If you scroll down, the tests are sprinkled in, okay, as you go through them. You can just go to tests and quizzes when you want, and it will pull up just the test, okay. But right now we're going to go to one of these assignments. So let's just say I'm going to go to 1-3. My recommendation for you, and this is the way I learned how to study, is I go through and I look at all of the homework problems. So this is a small section, but I will go through and look at each problem, look at the answer choices, and just get a general idea, make a note of what I need to learn. Okay, what does it mean, sampling without replacement? This one gives you a scenario problem. You got 2 parts, so I'm kind of reading this and seeing what's going on. Same thing here. So I'm going to go through each homework assignment, like whenever I'm working on it, and I'm going to read, or at least look at each problem and make myself a little note on what I'm being asked. Once you do that, each problem, sometimes they have different help tools at the bottom. This one just says textbook and get more help. So usually the textbook is in here, but usually I will open up the textbook after I go through all the problems. The textbook will take you to the chapter and section that you're in. Minimize this list. And then once I look at all the problems, I'm going to go to the textbook, look at the vocab. You can make notes, write the vocab if you need it. And you can also look at the examples when they talk about the objectives. So here's the example, random sampling. Okay, so they give you some good ideas. These examples are really good. A lot of them are very similar to what you'll see in the textbook. So anyway, you can kind of make notes and things from the textbook. And then you also have me with live videos or recorded videos of each of the problems. So this is what you will use to study and learn the information. Once you have it, you can go through and answer the questions. Now, you can get 100 on every assignment. Let's say you answer a question and it's wrong. I'm just picking one that happened to be right. Let me try this again. I just meant to pick one. Let me just see if I just pick this one. I don't know. So it'll tell me 1 try left, so I got it wrong. And let's say if I try it again, check answer. Okay, so I get it wrong. So what happens, it'll give me an X, okay, once I get it wrong, and then it will allow me to try that problem again. So you can redo the problem and get 100 on everything. The only downside is if a problem has like multiple parts, like 4, 5, 6 parts, like A, B, C, D, and you only miss part C, you have to do the whole problem again to get 100. So, but you have some help on problems. That one just gives you a textbook. This one has a help me solve this. Help me solve this will work your problem, give you an X. View an example will give you one similar to your problem. And then you also have the textbook. If you need help from me, I would just say email me. I don't really use the Ask My Instructor. Just send me an email or a message and then let me know which one you're having issues with. But other than that, hopefully that will help you with navigating and getting started on your coursework. This is very demanding. In the summer, it goes really, really fast. So do your best to work and complete something every day. And try to stay on track or at least ahead of the pace that the syllabus has set for you. Don't be afraid to reach out if you need help, and look for some upcoming bonus points and opportunities that will be added to your Blackboard. Reach out if you need help.